I am presenting leadership profile of Kim Jong-un. The days are gone forever when our enemies could blackmail us with nuclear bombs by Kim Jong-un. Leadership statement. Our group is made up of diverse people from different cultures and with different backgrounds, but we have worked as a group to come up with the following leadership statement. This shows how we have collaborated together and shared our thoughts and opinions with each other to unite for this assignment. When our group thinks of the qualities of a leader, we think of someone who is generous, respected, driven, and smart, someone who takes into consideration the needs of the followers and shows that they have the best interest of the entire community in mind. A key quality to a leader is someone who is adaptable and can evolve when the situation changes. Leadership also requires making difficult decisions at times, even decisions that may make someone unpopular at first, but the leader is thinking in the long term. We do not think that people are necessarily born leaders, but they can learn throughout their life and skills and qualities necessary to lead. Motivation for choosing Kim Jong-un. When we were talking as a group, I suggested Kim Jong-un as a leader to profile because I had read about him in the news and was interested to learn more about his leadership style, as he is very controversial. When I suggested to the group, everyone agreed on the idea as he is an interesting leader. Kim Jong-un is called the supreme leader of North Korea, which is one of the most restrictive and secretive countries in the world. He has a long family history of being the leader in North Korea. He rules as a totalitarian dictatorship, meaning he is not voted into the position, but he has complete control in the country. It is very interesting to try to understand why people of North Korea agree to this political structure and his leadership, and what would happen if they ever try to rebel against it. We have used a lot of different strategies to complete this project. Even though we were automatically selected to work as a group, we are all happy to be working with each other to accomplish the task. We started by chatting informally amongst ourselves and discussing different topics, like who would be the leader of the group. We ended up voting for the leader, so it was chosen in a collaborative process. We then jointly asked for everyone's opinion on how to select the leader we would profile. Our group places a strong emphasis on making sure everyone's voice and opinion is heard and taken into consideration. The leader has the ultimate role in motivating the group and making sure we are on track, but we are all motivated to do well in class and complete a project successfully. Kim Jong-un educational background. He attended a private international school in Switzerland from 1993 to 1998. By 2001, while in Switzerland, his father ordered him to go back to North Korea. He, he was then returned to North Korea and was crowned as a great successor. He also attended a leading officer training school from 2002 to 2007. He obtained his two degrees, one in physics and other one in an army officer. For his personal traits. His personal traits were found to be as an outgoing, rigorous, and dominant person. He may be classified as a high dominance extrovert. Some Koreans describe him as a straightforward, humorous, and attentive. Others describe him as a very smart and talented man. He is a great leader. Position held. He holds the high titles: State, Army, Chairman of Military Commission, President of the State Affairs of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. For his leadership style. His leadership style is dictatorial. He killed his uncle and he put the body right in the steps, Trump said in an apparent reference to a building used by senior officials, and the head was cut, sitting on the chest. Kim Jong-un's leadership style has been described as a dictatorial, as highlighted by the suppression of dissent and opposition. Upon taking power, he reportedly ordered the execution of as many as 80 senior officials carried over from his father's regime. One of the best documented examples of Kim's purges was the execution of his own uncle, an influential person during Kim Jong-il's rule and one of Kim Jong-un's own closest advisors. Arrested on suspicion of treason and plotting a coup, Jang was tried and executed on December 12, 2013. On February 13, 2017, Kim Jong-nam, Kim Jong-un's half-brother, died after being exposed to CX nerve agent at Kuala Lumpur International Airport in Malaysia. It was widely believed that he was died on the orders of his half-brother Kim Jong-un. Kim has notched some noticeable achievements. He and his regime have survived formidable odds at home and abroad. His progress in developing a suite of strategic weapons has astonished many worldwide. One of his successes include restoring close ties with China and keeping a favorable regional balance of power. His biggest failure is the inability to convert historic summits into a process that would have conferred greater legitimacy and prosperity on his regime. And instead of establishing a genuine understanding with the US and ending North Korea's pariah status, Kim walked away from the Hanoi summit in early 2019 without some agreed process in place. Contributions to the society. There are some positives and also negatives. For the positive, Kim Jong-un began pursuing construction projects on the capital, including of housing, rest and relaxation, and even entertainment facilities. He also began to make frequent visits to the construction sites to monitor progress. For the negatives, Kim Jong-un has become the absolute master of a state that remains every bit as dictatorial and illiberal as it was when he took over, perhaps even more so. He has purged every possible competitor, going so far as to publicly execute his uncle, while ramping up North Korea's weapon of mass destruction to new heights. More than a decade after his father's death, Kim's North Korean state appears more entrenched and resistant to reform or moderation than it has ever been. His notable leadership qualities. He gives North Korea TV hunger a luxury home, advanced his weapons arsenal and pressured the US, consolidated his grip of power, striving to build his own image, bring a sitting American president to the negotiating table, and he has millions of troops. Group's assessment of the leadership demonstration. He is outgoing, controlling, confident, and adventurous. Thrive on being the center of social events. Go out of his way to be popular, confident in his social skills, enjoys the power to direct others, and evoke obedience and respect. Lessons learned from this research. We can learn just as much about leadership from those who failed us. When it comes to Kim Jong un leadership, there's a lot to criticize, but that also means there's a lot to learn. Thank you.